showing up at some point. You got Jakal entered in, Antimony entering in.
All right.
This is New Jersey's finest by one of Mass's finest for sure, coming in, trying to see how these Titans go toe-to-toe.
I will be taking a little break. I'm such a tired guy right now, but it was a pleasure casting with you.
Yep.
Good stuff. See ya, chat.
Now, I want to say this is the first time these two players have played. And it'll be interesting. Tri-State has a lot of Steves, but doesn't mean that they have a. No, and it's not really the other way around. I don't know any Wolves in Massachusetts, but I do know some Peach mains that have some pretty good commentary, and we're gonna have one with us right here. Player 4 stepping in as we get into these. What is this?
All right, pretty good commentary in my name, so you must be lying.
Now, I think a big thing for this is I'm not really sure how much Wolf practice Antimony has. I know Jakal definitely plays against these, so we'll see how that kind of comes into play.
He does have D-Dog, he does have Stefan, both fabulous Steves.
Yeah, and even outside of that, he travels, so he's able to kind of get even the ones outside of his region.
Yeah.
He has the experience.
Yeah. So fun fact from what Jakal told me, player scoop. He has played Antimony about every time he's come to this region.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so these two have played. Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I think Jakal takes it, from my understanding, but
yeah, I've not seen Antimony with the dub yet. But it's going on to a relatively even start. I mean, the mats aren't too far gone on Antimony's end.
yeah, messing up the spacing of that rock setup. But yeah, fighting with all wood. So this is the crazy part with Antimony. They allow you to start Smashville, which is normally said to be Steve's worst stage, and then they will just box with you.
Yeah, he's definitely a player that is way more comfortable looking to scrap.
Yeah.
And we see it right there, finally able to get that first stock, even this up.
All right, 31, 40. There we go.
Is that fast faller percent? And the turn is to go for that grab.
That is so messed up. You SCI wait, try to get the perfect SCI, and you just get grabbed right out that situation.
And not a situation you typically see. And he was on that anvil in a precarious position indeed. He's going to have to get something going. Finally get towards center, but he's on the plat. Not exactly on the ground yet. And misses the opportunity. Lands on the block.
Is that? No, not going to be it. All right. Like the dash away. And the cross-up back air, the Jakal special.
For sure. I mean, especially on center stage, he's so good at keeping his stage control, more so than most players you will see. And with Wolves neutral, you really have to. It's the only way you're going to be able to kind of net these stocks. But as they're moving forward, Antimony needs to get something if he wants to keep this even. Jakal not letting him get an inch.
Yeah. Yeah. Just bearing him into the blast zone.
Yeah, I mean, a bit too much swinging on Antimony's end. You really saw just Jakal was really on top of him. Gave him 1 second to kind of just press a button. He did. Jakal immediately knew it and went for that fair bear.
Yeah.
It was a cool setup.
Yeah. Hey, remember, you said you don't give him an inch. You can't give Steve an inch because they go more than a mile with that.
For sure. I mean, and especially Antimony. Antimony has some really great combos, but no matter the player, you put enough pressure on them, they start to kind of show these habits, they start to panic. And Jakal's a caliber of player that is used to these situations so much and able to kind of get.
Yeah. And we're going right back.
Oh my God.
And the call right there, just saying, hey, I know you're going to air dodge in, just dash back into grab. Antimony, I'm not sure if this is reaction from the young kid or if this is just knows everything. But there's Steve playing fast as heck.
Yeah, it's scary stuff to get into, and Jakal's already gone through a countless amount of just, almost deaths, especially for this, this early in the game. It's been a really good start for him, but he's just not able to find his footing. Gets a dash attack, but nothing off of it.
And that's the big thing with Steve. Steve is just like able to come back, but can just like win more. And when Steve gets a hit, it snowballs, and you just start panicking because they could just turtle anytime, and it's like, then like, what do you do?
For sure. I mean, we haven't even seen Antimony wall that much. That's something to really take note of. He's been allowing Jakal to kind of approach and looking for these opportunities on him panicking. But then a 180 immediately coming down for that. And I like the dash to try to stop the initial build for that diamond.
So I like the initial attempt right there to push Antimony off, but like you saw, like Antimony just walk to the side and then rebuild it again. So I like a bit more pressure afterwards. Oh my gosh!
That parry's insane. I definitely was not going for that ever in my life.
Okay, that right there.
Yeah, that was a checkmate. I mean, he had the follow-up F smash, and he has with the potential S smash here or fair. It really depends. And not able to sync. He wasn't below enough the stage to actually create that situation to kill. But Jakal starting to get a lot of stuff going for him. He's still one stock behind.
All right, they landed in this 50-50 situation.
Yeah, with that in mind, it's something really hard for Jakal to kind of finish things, but yeah, not barely missing that block.
Yeah.
And no diamond as well. And he has a lot of steel on him. I like the jabs to, create a different situation for not letting him jab for free to get that combo started. And we're almost at even.
Yeah. This essentially could have been even. And Jakal actually was looking for Antimony to land on that block.
Yeah, or at least some worse DIs to follow up with that bear.
Oh, footstool. Oh, and lives.
This is a really dangerous situation only because he also has the table there, right? The extended hurt box, very dangerous. But not going to be that much of a factor. Oh my gosh, that was the crazy.
Yeah, these guys are fighting each other. And Jakal takes it right there.
I mean, he's been the player to kind of win in these scrappy situations. But, I mean, that game was a lot closer. I wonder if they're going to run it back. I wonder if we're going to see a change of scenery. What do you think's going to happen?
I think we're going to run it back.
Yeah, I think they're running it back, so they don't care enough, Which is fine. But we'll see how it goes. I don't feel like Jakal's going to end up building. Antimony's going to end up walling more. I really think he's going to try and scrap, kind of get these situations going.
Yeah. All right. That does not look like a string, but God.
Yeah. And he's not even done. He almost had that situation. Gonna land on the block. Even ends up, going through the anvil. Antimony's really struggling to even get his foot on the ground. We got a lot of, this is just 30 seconds in.
Yeah, this 30 seconds in, and we got the stock lost.
Yeah. And this is where I'm like, yeah, Antimony, you might like to scrap, but sometimes the other player's a bit smarter, a bit more experienced, and maybe you need at least a little bit of space to kind of breathe.
Yeah, no, this was not looking like the stage choice. Maybe it was because, like, game one, scraps was close, and game two also.
It was better.
Yeah. But now the download just feels complete, in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a tournament about making sure you have the games done. Not like the stocks, not, And Jakal could finish this just by showing the rest of his hand, which, I'm pretty sure that's kind of what we're seeing. He almost has his second stock done, too. He just goes for two out smashes. Yeah. That's the matchup knowledge, too. Right? Like, these two players have played each other a few times, as you referenced.
Yeah, it just knows. And now, right there, 2 stocks to 1. Jakal probably, rolls onto ledge this time.
that fair was actually pretty aggressive by Jakal. Of course, with the lead like that, he can afford to be. But Antimony actually played a bit too defensive to even punish it. And we're kind of seeing that being reflected on this. I mean, maybe a little bit too much flinching as Antimony's attempting to kind of get something started, attempting to even this out, but Jakal just won't let it happen.
No, definitely will not let it happen. Okay. I like the upbeat 2 ledge.
I mean, as someone who doesn't get to see Jakal play too often, it's definitely a treat from what I'm seeing here. And
Yeah, no, I'm like somewhat numb to this. But still, still hype nonetheless.
Yeah.
Okay, the bear, not going to close it right there.
And this is as good as even as it's going to get for Antimony as we're starting into this. Going for gold, going to help him get that frame data.
Yeah.
Almost having the opportunity that would have been death. Just remember that. And 50% is nothing to scoff at, but a nice, strong Wolf Nair.
Yeah, and
push it through.
I like the laser right there. Just say, hey, I'm not going to your setup.
Antimony finally starting to build some walls, finally starting to get a diamond going. Is that the first one he had all set?
Yeah. I think that is the first one, but that's the one that matters.
Set, all game. All game for sure. And that's it. Yeah. Wow. Bad DI, you could tell. And Antimony showing some life. The
late game diamond.
Pretty big comeback, and just from that small thing, right? Putting up the walls.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Antimony really force Jakal's hand on how he's going to approach it, and when you have a platform like Smashville, it makes those walls so much harder to get by.
Yeah, especially because the Smashville is the center platform. It just controls center stage, and you want center stage in the game of Smash Bros.
Yeah, plat camping, disgusting. And at this point, we're going towards Town and City, a good stage for both characters in my opinion, but once these platforms go away, we're going to have less of those situations with the plat camping.
Yeah.
We're seeing Jakal take advantage of it for a second there, able to get that landing. And at this point, we're just kind of waiting to see how Antimony can kind of come back to center.
Oh, by responding. That's
it really seems like Jakal, isn't respecting Antimony too much, and he doesn't necessarily have to.
It's like, this is how I feel. Jakal's hot for two quarters of the game. It's like, yeah, I'm in the Antimony's head. And then until the last moments of the last stock, Antimony comes alive and is like, I'm a real person too.
He's like, I can't lose. I'm not losing here. Yeah. I'm winning. And he's a player who's been fighting for his name, very well earning it, as he's been PR countless times. And with that comes the opportunities to face these great players. Is making it this far in the tournament. He doesn't want to end here.
No, definitely not. Okay. Oh, caught the jump.
Yeah, and going to be his first stock, and we're seeing a lot more of these dynamic formations that are allowing Antimony to kind of put some sort of question in front of Jakal that he has to kind of solve to get through, and it's doing wonders.
All right, and here it is, hindsight. The diamond is live and picked up, so we're probably not going to see it this stock right here, the stock with it being ended, but smart right there, just did an attack, and diamond now is on deck. And we saw last time Antimony had diamond, was able to just bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, one hit means death, a minecart means death there for sure. Gets an S smash too. Haven't seen too much of those, but it looks like he's setting up for it right here. I can feel it. But we're just going to see the bread and butters from Wolf. I mean, especially, those up airs and up throws.
Yeah, and you got to do your bread and butters. You can't drop stuff like that, especially when you're fighting a character like Steve that has diamond tools, that a character that just last game just made a comeback on you.
For sure, and trying to use a table on the advantage to get a little bit of a hurt block extension on the F tilt, but not going to work out. However, that block going to work in Jakal's favor as he's looking to finish this. Backer not going to do it just yet.
All right.
But an unfortunate SD, and you hate to see it end that way, but Antimony at least put up a fight.
Anticlimactic, I would say. Not the type of way I would want my set to end.
Yeah, for sure.